Hinderstein has announced a spontaneous press conference. We don't know what it's about. All we know that some of the top journalists are here to cover the press conference. Among those not invited were Katie Couric and Anderson Cooper. What's that? Okay, we're going live to the scene. Thanks for joining me, everyone. It's an honor to make this announcement in front of such a renowned group of journalists. I've called you here today to announce that I'm applying for the Minerva Fellowship.
Seriously? He's wanted to do this since freshman year. Oh my god, how'd you know?
I know a guy. Can we move on? During May of my freshman year, I got the chance to meet and interact with a group of returning fellows. I learned about their experiences and knew it was the only thing I wanted to do after graduation. I've lost sleep at the thought of this opportunity and feel truly humbled and blessed to be applying for the fellowship.
Mr. Hinderstein, question please.
I'll open to questions in a moment. Fine, I'll take questions.
So it sounds like you're giving this whole thing, some thought, this Minerva Fellowship thing. What's the one thing you'd like to, get out of this?
I want to be around new people and fall in love with them. Helping people is the only way for me to feel truly fulfilled. But the only way to be truly effective in this task is by understanding the grievances and the challenges that those who are marginalized face. The only way to understand what they face is by going to the people and learning from them, and that will allow me to have the greatest impact. The fellowship will really allow me to do this. Does that answer your question?
I'd say so. So, Union is a liberal arts school. What does that mean? Did it help you? I went to a large university and studied communications. I'll take your word for it, but what was it like? How did it help you?
I believe that the liberal arts curriculum was designed for me in mind. It allowed me to explore all of my areas of interest while constantly finding new areas of curiosity that inspire me to keep learning. Union allowed me to increase my knowledge in areas I knew I was passionate about while broadening myself in new intellectual areas.
So, Joe, what are some of your greatest strengths as a worker?
I'm confident in my ability to drive high-quality results. I take a full understanding of the task at hand, my available resources, and I get things done. My adaptability makes me prone to making adjustments. I'm altruistic and focused on an end result, and I'm an effective communicator.
So you've got all these skills, these abilities, these attributes, whatever. But what makes you qualified for this fellowship, this opportunity, this moment right here?
Well, first, I understand what the fellowship entails because I've immersed myself in every learning opportunity possible by attending speeches, presentations, and lectures from the returning fellows. Understanding the perspective of past fellows is invaluable if I'm going to take on the task myself. Second, I get very excited about doing anything, whether it's creating class assignments for students at the Global Child or attending a friend's Steinmetz presentation. Everything I do, I bring the same level of investment, enthusiasm, and energy. Lastly, I love having fun and making others feel good.
You talk a lot about yourself. I do this, I do that. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to do a whole lot of working with people. How are you gonna effectively work with others, with the people, to help create change? My ability to interact with different kinds of people is one of my biggest strengths that would allow me to succeed as a fellow. I use my communication skills in order to understand and address issues. Success working in a group is imperative to making an impact as a fellow, and I have what it takes. Also, it's important when working with people from a different country who have different values and beliefs that you fully understand their way of life. You can't always assume that your way of life is right for someone else, and you have to understand and respect their culture and work within it to create change. So going off of that, what sort of leadership roles support what you're saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I enjoy and thrive in group environments, whether it's academic group work, theater, or athletics. As a leader, I stay calm and controlled in high-pressure situations. I've held various leadership roles, whether it's my involvement in theater here at Union, my role as a big brother in the Big Brother, Big Sister program, being on the executive board of my fraternity, or being the captain of my high school lacrosse and hockey teams. I'm very confident in my abilities to be a leader who is neither obtrusive nor disrespectful, but effective and considerate.
So what you're saying is you're You're good at communicating.
Yeah.
Well, here's how I see it. You speak English, right? But you don't know squat in terms of Khmer, Hindi, Zulu, or Afrikaans. How in the world do you expect to get by over there?
I'm very aware I don't speak any of those languages. But curiosity is a gift of mine, and I've never been afraid to ask questions. I've had my greatest accomplishments when I haven't been afraid to ask questions and have a full grasp of what I'm being asked of. I ask questions, I'm a clear communicator, and I'm curious. So, I'm very hopeful that I'll have the opportunity to immerse myself in a new culture and make their language my own. I'm determined to spend many hours on the way learning a new language and opening myself up to a new group of people.
Here's one thing that I'm wondering, sweetheart. Have you ever left New York State? It's a scary world we live in. What makes me think that you're comfortable out of your element?
I love seeing the world. I've spent time living in Paris and England and traveled around Thailand on the mini-term. Learning about other cultures and parts of the world has always interested me. I've had some of the most meaningful experiences of my life while I was away from home. However, I fully understand that this is not an opportunity to travel, but an opportunity to help make the world a better place.
Being a Minerva fellow is a very rewarding opportunity. But you are aware it's not a walk in the park, right? It's not gonna be easy, I'm telling you. There's gonna be poverty, corruption, violence, disease.
Get to the point!
Hold your horses. It's a standard of living that I'm afraid you're just not too familiar with. How do you plan to cope with these challenges? You know what I'm saying?
I know that this won't be easy, and that's why I'm here. This opportunity offers just as many ups as it will downs. It won't be glamorous, and it will be very intense at times. At first I'll feel out of place, at times I'll feel overworked and overwhelmed. I'll be saddened by some of the circumstances of the people I've grown to care deeply about. People I want to alleviate, but you can only do so much as one person. This is a hard concept, but I want to feel it. These things aren't bad though. I want to live life to the fullest, make myself fully vulnerable, and overcome challenges for not only myself, but also a group of people in need. I have a willingness to step out of my comfort zone and experience life to the fullest. I know this will be an eye-opening experience, and I know I'm ready for it. Any further questions? All right, thanks for coming.
Kids got my vote, of course, without a doubt. Hey, I feel like I know you two from somewhere.
No, I don't think so.